Recently, it seems you can't go anywhere online without seeing something about Jenna Ortega's dance choreography for Wednesday. And while that's all very nice and dancey, it kind of distracts from the pretty awesome and surprisingly simple VFX used throughout the series. Thing has come a very long way since his television debut back in 1964. Originally, Thing's effects were rather crude and simple, and this was because the only real methods to create the effect of a disembodied hand that were available at the time were to hide the actor under the table and have the hand come out of the box, or to have the actor hidden away out of the frame of the shot. However, as visual effects evolved, so did Thing. The development of the optical printer and early computers opened up the possibilities of what could be done with travelling mats. If you think of a shot as multiple images layered on top of each other, each of these layers is a mat, and each has a negative area through which you can see the layer behind it. A travelling mat is a mat where the subject you wish to isolate is in motion, and therefore the negative area around the subject must also move, or travel, along with it. Throughout the history, there have been many different methods of isolating the subject to create a travelling mat. The Williams process involved copying the film to increasingly higher contrast negatives until a black and white silhouette appeared that could be used as the travelling mat. The Dunning process used coloured lights, lighting a background screen in blue and the foreground subject in yellow. Then by using dyes and filters, the blue and yellow light could be split apart to create travelling mats. The 3-strip Technicolor process shot the subject against a blue background, and then used the blue separation from the 3 Technicolor negatives to create a silhouette matte, just like the Williams process. Another way to isolate the subject is to draw a mask around it frame by frame to create a travelling matte, and this method is called rotoscoping. The Addams family used the 2-pass method. First, they locked the camera in position and shot the background alone. This is known as a clean plate. Then after that, they shot the live action plate with the actor performing. The actor's body was then rotoscoped to produce the travelling mat. Then, when they composite both plates using an optical printer, the space left by removing the actor in the live action plate will be filled with the background on the clean plate. This method opened up a whole new world of possibilities for what the Thing could do and where it could go. But it also brought 2 rather difficult problems. The first was how to hide the shadows cast by the actor playing Thing. It may have been relatively easy to remove 95% of the actor's body from the shot, but the actor's shadows were a different story. Take this shot, for example. Gomez is casting a large shadow on the floor towards us. This is because he's being lit from behind by the light from the hallway and this light here. And yet Thing's shadow is here. This is because it's cast by the arm of the actor, hiding behind the wall. Then, as the sequence continues, we see the shadow of the actor's arm even clearer here. Now, surprising as it may be, even though visual effects have evolved tremendously since the 1990s, and the end results in general are more realistic and easy to achieve, for Tim Burton's hit series Wednesday, the VFX team still used the same techniques and had to overcome the same problems. They still used the 2-pass system, but the optical printer is no longer necessary for compositing because it can now be done digitally. They also rotoscoped, but this was also done digitally, and the mats were created using chroma keying. This is a process of using color hues to separate out a specific color range. They also had to overcome the problem of shadows, which they did the same way as they did for the Addams Family film, by hiding the actor in different places on set to reduce the shadows he cast, and the laborious rotoscoping work to remove them, and by changing the direction of the light source on set so that the actor's shadows wouldn't appear in frame. Also, they had the same problem of putting Thing in places where the actor couldn't reach, and so just as their predecessors had before, they too used puppets. But in addition to physical puppets, they used digital ones. This meant using a grey ball, a chrome ball, and a chip chart to measure the light's tone, intensity, and direction at the time they shot the scene in order to match their digital hand to it later on, and giving Jenna Ortega something to interact with to help sell the connection between reality and the digital. With Wednesday, they didn't just achieve Netflix watch time records or a viral dance choreography. With Wednesday, they achieved something much more impressive. They achieved a level of visual effects that freed Thing from its box and let it roam freely in a world where it wasn't just some guy's hand, but its own individual character, a silent being, capable of making us fear for it, capable of making us empathize with it, capable of making us laugh, and yes, even capable of making us cry. Support Mr. Green by sending us a super thanks. Just click on the thanks button under the video and choose an amount to donate. This will ensure Mr. Green gets a new banana. He will be happy. Also, we really appreciate every last one of you guys, so stay safe and thanks for watching our video.